The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is happening, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to the men's room. It's the War Room, and I'm coming to you live from my wonderful computer and all my wonderful toys in the background. Having some fun, as always. We're going to have a fun time tonight because we got 3 more days until we get to say bye-bye Biden. I'm pretty excited about that. Like I said, I'm your host, the Appalachian American. Joining me, as always, my left-hand man, the author himself, David Applegate.
So the countdown has gone from counting down to World War III to counting down to Biden's funeral. Leaving office.
His good bye-bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye-bye is going to be playing a lot.
I'm pretty excited. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on, breaking in the news, so... we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of stuff to do, to discuss. I'm tired. David's wide open. We're having a wonderful time.
I'm wide.
And
I got the coffee.
late somewhere. Dr. Coffin Nails is busy taking care of family. Anime night will probably pop in soon. Everybody's kind of getting here, but we're going to get here. It'll be a good time.
Yes, sir. Now, it's been a busy week as we went from Europe talking about going to war to now Europe saying, we have several European countries now saying quietly, their foreign ministers in interviews have said they're going to oppose NATO membership for Ukraine.
Oh, nice. Hey, just FYI, if you guys will hit that number down below, you guys can call in and talk to us. 540-632-1315. Call in and say hello.
And Biden's promise of escalating the war in Ukraine has not emerged. He has given some aid, but this, I believe, a $3 billion package that was stopped by Congress or Senate that it was going to announce, he is losing. He's not just losing faith within the party rank anymore. He's now losing faith amongst senators.
Well, I mean, it's not hard to do because he's kind of annoying.
Well, actually, it's his pick of Kamala that's caused a lot of ruckus in the Senate. A lot of senators are quietly saying they're glad to see the back of her because she doesn't negotiate. She tells them what to say and do. And, it's party loyalty is... fraying edges as all of them have agendas, particularly. The only one seems to be happy is Chuck because of all the money thrown at Israel.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are pointing out that Trump may promise a lot of stuff, but the Senate's going to promise it. If we don't have a majority in the Senate, we're not going to get anything done. For the first 100 days, it's going to be executive orders. We've already heard, that's the announcement from Trump, that everybody's waiting on what those executive orders are, because he knows he has to wait for the new senators to be sworn in. They're going to do their best to delay every Trump appointee. Heck, under Trump's first term, there are appointees who never got to their office because they were never confirmed.
Huh. Hey, just FYI there, Alex Jones is talking about a federal helicopter searching for radioactive material ahead of Trump's inauguration on Monday.
Standard procedure, but
do you think something's going to happen on Monday?
Absolutely. I think it's going to be definitely going to be. There's already riots and protests planned in New York.
Okay. I figured that much, but do you think that he'll
I think the
be able
Berkeley
to
mob are trying to get some buses together to try and crash the inauguration. We have AOC and others not going to show up. And nobody said that nothing of value was lost.
Yeah.
AOC not showing up.
Let's see. About.
But I mean, the Constitution never took into consideration pettiness. You know what I mean? They expected the public to punish petty behavior. The actual founders in some of their papers who said, the ultimate arbitrator is meant to be the public. They're meant to take, if you have a problem with Congress, you're meant to be able to go to Congress and say, hey, look, Emma, you work for the people. We're going to protest. We want this changed. And then they have to hold a vote. And actually count the votes. They actually have to. And polls are meant to be conducted. If they have an idea, they're meant to bring it to the people. They're not meant to just go, hey, let's just have a yay or nay. And allow these get the vote. And you know why they hate Marjorie Taylor Greene? Because she calls for a numbered vote. And when numbered votes happen, you see how many times they won't put their name to a bill.
Wow. Hey, what do you think about TikTok ban?
I think it's unconstitutional, but the Supreme Court has upheld it.
I just noticed that on Facebook. According to comicbook.com, the TikTok ban is now set to go in effect.
Yep. Apparently, national security trumps the Constitution, which in some respects should have been constitutionalized, but they couldn't define national security, so there was a lot of things they couldn't define that they left out of the Constitution. They expected the people to uphold that. Oh, this is a foreign company, we won't use it, and this is a fact. It often happens in America that it does happen, but stuff like TikTok is too popular.
Right. TikTok says it will go dark on Sunday unless Biden intervenes immediately. Of course, this is CNN. TikTok on Friday says that it will turn off more than 170 million Americans' access to the super popular video app on Sunday unless President Joe Biden's administration acts urgently to assure the company it will not be punished for violating the terms of looming ban.
Because it's unconstitutional. It's banning free speech. You may not like TikTok, but you can't ban it just because because you don't like it. And if the Chinese government's gathering information, well, too bad, so sad, because they can do it anyway.
Yeah. Anime Night, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, Anime Night. Sorry, man.
Oh, I'm good. Just verifying PayPal real quick. Just verifying a lot of things.
Nice. Did you buy something?
No. I'm just making sure that it's because I forgot. I've been meaning to verify my bank with PayPal. I just haven't gotten to it until now. So much shit.
Nice. I want to buy some more toys, but I just ain't got the money right now. I'm like, I kind of do, but I just don't want to spend it.
So let me know. What do you think of the TikTok ban? Do you think it is unconstitutional that you're banning basically public platform.
I agree, but there's got to be a reason why they're banning it. There's got to be a reason that they
Well,
are.
they're saying national security because the Chinese government controls it and uses it as a spying tool.
Right. Well, that's like look at Pokemon Go. Didn't that turn out to? Oh, I don't want to have that up there.
Pokemon Go, yeah, the company was tracking people and selling the information.
Yeah,
because it was on behalf. Pokemon Go was only created on behalf of Nintendo, not by Nintendo.
But they were geocaching the United States
and selling it.
Yeah. The Chinese government
across America.
The Chinese government was using Pokemon Go to take pictures of the land, to record, and that way they knew the layout of the land.
Actively picking locations to get kids to take photos of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So, I mean, don't you think there's probably something along the lines of that with TikTok?
Well, I think it's retaliation for Pokemon Go and other things. Now, I don't know, because most of the stuff on TikTok is filmed inside homes.
Gotcha. I don't
I think absolutely there was I think absolutely yes, there was an influence campaign. But guess what? You do it too. What's YouTube? What's Facebook? What's Google? What's Google censorship? What's Facebook's false claims that they don't they stop fact checking? They stop publishing the fact checking, but they are still downgrading people to the point where someone like me only gets 1 or 2 share views on all my posts, yet other posts get hundreds of shares and views.
Yeah.
Downgrading people is still going on. Social credit score systems. All they've done is said, look, we need to give the public a bone to keep them on the platform because we've lost 1 billion users over the last 10 years and we're not growing them back as fast. Look, I eventually may stop using Facebook altogether. I think a lot of people are already. I think most of Facebook is dead internet. I think it's got lots of followers and then very few active users.
Yeah, for the longest time I was addicted to Facebook and I was always on Facebook, and now I find myself more on X. But that was even before it turned to X, when it was still Twitter.
Yeah.
So I think my go-to now is more X than it is anything.
And for a lot of people, it's Truth Social, where they go, or Gab, or other platforms. But one platform I noticed that's becoming a bubble and a graveyard for a lot of people is Rumble.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not getting... As Rumble grows, I'm getting less views because they got top creators there now taking all the oxygen.
I don't agree. I don't necessarily agree with that. Yes, it's Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers said at one time. He said people think that you're taking portions of the pie. He's like, that's not exactly true. We all are eating from a certain pie. Like, there's a sect of people, maybe the sect that you're influencing in or whatever, because you do a lot of Ukraine updates.
Yeah, and I think most of the people that I think most of them have migrated to BitChute, not from Rumble.
No.
Because my reviews on Rumble are going up, BitChute are going up.
Yeah, but you got people stuck on BitChute that don't know. I don't know, man. There's a weird breed that's on BitChute. I don't mess around with that stuff anymore because
people on BitChute tell me that they won't go to Rumble.
Why?
Well, they won't say. They just say they don't like it. They don't like
See,
Rumble.
that's sketchy. Like, you got to be able to tell somebody a reason. I'm not going to go because of X. But, I mean, you do a lot of Ukraine updates, and that's primarily it. Now, do you think that you're having some people that's not a hot topic right now? A lot of people don't even think the Ukraine war is happening.
Yeah, a lot of people just, I'm not saying about that. I'm saying in that space,
Right.
you now have people who used to be on other platforms and big are now on Rumble in this space. I'm not saying about geeks or gamers or anybody like that.
Right.
Yes, I'm saying that people who used to be big on YouTube with Ukraine war are now moving into Rumble. And it seems that as more people move into that news space, rather than Rumble increasing in audience, everybody's, the audience is just migrating to the top 10 recommendations.
But the top 10 recommendations are not Ukraine updates.
Yeah, that's what
that's what I'm trying to say. It's not. Yeah. It's your stuff is not getting out there because there's not enough people that's searching Ukraine updates.
Yes,
that's a dying topic.
Aren't getting my channel
right,
and they're telling me that, and they're saying that sometimes they only get 5 channel results and not getting mine.
Right, but who's looking for Ukraine updates? Nobody.
Not many. Yeah, I'm not saying it's many people.
Yeah, it's not a lot. So that's why I'm saying I'm thinking maybe you need to go after a different audience on Rumble. I think that's where you're having an issue with, because I don't give a crap about Ukraine right now. Nobody cares. Nobody's talked about it over here in the States. Nobody even remembers that it's a thing anymore. You see a couple Democrats with a couple stickers on their cars, and that's about all.
I've seen the decline in flags. Yeah,
like there's nothing. No one speaks about it anymore. You see it every once in a while. You see somebody with Ukraine flag in their bio on X, and it's like, oh, okay,
yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not trusting this person, especially when they have the pride flag next to it. That's even worse.
But now it's
Palestine
I was getting ready to say Palestine.
Yeah,
it's like, do you have any idea what they do to people like that over there?
Yeah, no, there's more interest in Palestine than there is in Ukraine right now. Nobody cares. Yeah. The only time Ukraine gets brought up into conversations when Biden ships them more money. That's all it is. All it is, money laundering.
Well, in 3 days he will no longer do it. Because remember, Trump.
But he shifted that.
Remember Trump. Because remember, Trump sat down that clown, and he's like, "Look, man, you ain't getting more money from us.
Yeah,
no, you're on your own."
Actually, you are. It's coming out of the NATO budget. They signed a secret deal in the UK that's now become public. 100 years of support guaranteed by the UK government from NATO budget.
Oh my gosh,
why a lot of countries are upset right now.
That's
ridiculous. Because they're taking advantage of you all.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't pay attention to topics.
You're right.
Politicians slip. As a topic disappears from public discourse, that's when politicians get greedier, because they know nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, the world stops talking about Ukraine and everybody goes,
don't care.
Yeah, and then they ship lots of money.
Yeah.
Without any opposition to it.
Nazi fags.
I'm never going to get rid of that one. I'm never getting rid of that one.
You're going to need a Trump one soon.
I'm going to come.
No, a new one like Trump dancing.
Yeah.
Tom, you got to give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
I'm going to come.
Huck too, lady. Isn't she facing a couple of years for fraud for her part in the cryptocurrency scheme?
What the hell are you talking about? What is going on?
I can't. I love Tim Robbins. All right, sorry. Anime Night's like.
All right, so what we do have with the state of emergency in California, apparently there's a lot of evacuations because the fire spread.
You know, dude, it's Sodom Gomorrah.
Yeah, it is. And it's ridiculous. You got one of the biggest fire departments in the world. You have lots of people offering help, and they won't fly them to California to fight the fire. It's like, what? What's FEMA doing? You talk about, planes to dump water and stuff like that. California sold them all off. It's ridiculous.
Who knows? Lape just texted. He
series of
said he's
deliberately-
having.
Yeah.
I'm still trying. Have several
It's
things
not
going on at
incompetence.
once.
It's a series of deliberate decisions that all led to the lack of ability to fight any fires and creating the conditions for a fire to blame and then blame it on climate change.
Yeah, well, it's climate change's fault. Did you know that?
When we have articles from Breitbart and other news outlets all saying it's arson, that they have actually arrested people for arson, but the major news outlets won't report the arrests for arson because they're migrant gangs. They set fire to one house, the government orders evacuation of the area, and then the firefighters don't even arrive, and the migrant gangs just show up and pluck the houses of all their stuff.
J Red Saw 87 over on Rumble is my homeboy Jay Peasy for Sheezy. He commented and said SmackDown's really good tonight. I can't wait to see it. I will be watching it probably tomorrow. I always watch it a day late. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, he said hashtag Canada 51. So I'm guessing that's still conversation of Canada and also Greenland, I think, isn't it? Or Iceland?
Greenland.
We're going to be getting...
Greenland has actually brought up the fact they actually might put it to a vote, but the vote will include independence for Greenland.
Right. And they do say more... They do say the majority does want to break away from the Dutch.
Yes. Danish.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah. About 59% want independence. Actually, this is the funny thing. The minority want to stay with Denmark. The people in the middle want to go to the US, and the 59% want to go independent. But apparently the independence movement said that they might consider the US base reopening, the Arctic base reopening. Which would give you a second base, I think, in Greenland, or a third, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if they count the weather station.
Let's see. All right. So what's the process of like divorcing a state, divorcing your, would it be called a leadership and then coming over to being a United States?
Well, first you have to become an independent nation.
Okay.
Then you apply for annexation through the UN. You're basically going to dissolve your borders and be annexed by a foreign country. And both have to be put to the vote of the people according to the Human Rights Commission, I believe, on democracy.
I want to divorce Utah from Arizona. They should get
Okay.
Get you Mormons to get out of here.
In recent times, we've had Kosovo. We've had a number of independence movements. The latest, of course, was the parts of Ukraine wanting to separate, which kicked off the Ukraine war. But with Denmark, it's different because they're not a hostile power. And there are lots of situations where rebellions should not be recognized by the UN, but they do because the US recognizes, decides winners and losers. They say, oh, yes, we'll recognize this rebellion, but not another rebellion.
Yeah.
So basically, the problem is the US is inciting rebellions around the world rather than democratic processes. And a lot of countries are upset. Denmark wants it to be a democratic process. They want the situation resolved, but obviously in their favor.
Yeah.
But Denmark has been aware for some time of a growing independence movement, and then a number of MPs in the past have called for independence of Greenland. But they've never been able to get a successful vote because it has to go through the Danish parliament. Their own parliament gets ignored far too often, which is what fuels the independence movement in the first place, which, if you go back in history, 1776 would have never happened if the English allowed parliamentarians for America to sit in English Parliament. And in fact, a lot of independence movements are born out of that very thing, represent the lack of representation in rural areas. Boom. Parts of the country want to break off because you all take and no give.
Oh, Panama City too. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Yes, no, we got the traders, Trader Carter, squeaking about American imperialism.
Maybe Virginia should also get a divorce from Massachusetts.
What?
Massachusetts.
You know Massachusetts. I'm like I always call them Massachusetts because.
Oh, that's hilarious! I didn't know that.
Because of the twits that run over it over there.
But we're not like anywhere close to that, so like we don't have to worry about it.
I know, but it'd be pretty funny to watch that happen. Like they would scream at you guys for no reason.
Remember, Virginia split. America's been through a divorce.
Yeah. See, West Virginia used to be part of Virginia, and then when the Civil War happened, we split.
I never fully, even though it's been explained and everything, I still don't fully understand it. It's like,
what?
We're in 2025. Come on, guys.
Understand what?
But then again, it's like, oh, since Virginia became one state, why can't the Dakotas become one state?
No. We didn't become one state. We split into two states.
Oh,
so realistically, it should be like California should be able to do so.
But they won't allow the Californian vote.
Yeah.
And whenever they have a proposition to have a vote, it gets spammed with all these no votes from nowhere.
Yeah. It changes the demographic if they split into two.
They split. They get a new Republican state.
Kind of like that. Kind of like that one episode of Fairly Odd Parents when Timmy becomes super smart and everything and becomes a mind reader and it's like, oh, guess what? And the principal comes on. Guess what, students? North and South Dakota have set aside their differences and agreed to become one big Dakota. I thought that was pretty hilarious. So I'm like, if that happens, then Fairly Odd Parents knows something that we don't.
Did. But you know who didn't want the Dakotas to reunite?
Uh-oh.
The Native Americans in either state did not want a reunification. Same with Virginia. The majority of Virginians didn't want a reunification after the Civil War either.
Hey, so my boss texted me a little while ago and says, hey, we hired a new guy. And so just a few minutes later, I seen this reel, and I figured I would show it. I sent it to him. I'm waiting to hear his response. So I'm waiting to hear back from what he says. He's gonna be like, "Shut up."
I think he just got trolled.
That's how it usually is. But thankfully, the new hires that we got are two of them are surprisingly competent enough. One is just like, why am I here again?
You want to eat?
2003 Z06 Corvette, Millennium Yellow with black interior, 69,000 miles, stage 4 cam, valve springs, push rods, lifters, timing chain, all kinds of cool stuff. Too much stuff that I'm not gonna read. $24,000. Giggity, it's yellow. I'm gonna send this to my dad. Ooh, that's sexy. Oh, giggity. Look at that right there. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that?
Oh.
Heck nabbit. I like that.
Biden's done
Lockout.
something
But
rather
you,
bizarre.
but
You want to laugh?
but you and I would probably have to take out 18 mortgages to pay for that.
No.
At least.
No. I'd have to get a loan, but it wouldn't be that bad. But
So
somebody
what
could
was-
buy it
what-
and sell 2 Mustangs.
This
what?
was thought to be Biden's last speech too.
Oh my gosh, did you hear it? It was terrible.
I know.
I'm
Man,
gonna invoke the 28th Amendment. We need to get it right. We need to have it on the Constitution. We need a day for it. The
Yeah, but
28th Amendment.
The speech has been published, and it's obviously not the speech he gave. It's obviously not a. It's obviously not a transcript, but the speech they probably gave it to him before from the teleprompter.
Yeah.
But he claimed the states ratified the Equal Rights Amendment.
Breaking news.
Added to the Constitution.
Breaking news, incoming
about...
Trump administration is set to launch a large-scale immigration raid Chicago on Tuesday morning, deploying up to 200 officers for the operation.
Sweet.
That's going to be awesome. I need to mute that.
Oh yeah, Mexico in Tijuana declared a state of emergency, expecting migrants to descend on the state.
Oh, I'm ready for that. I am ready. Yeah, that exactly.
Look at this Trump robot. Well, now it's good.
Absolutely, man.
That's awesome. Hold on.
That's how you defend the border. If Israel can have gun turrets, we can have gun turrets with rocket launchers.
Oh no!
Hey, what's this talk about Kash Patel for Senate?
What?
Oh, volume.
I love those dogs.
Hang on. Once the music kicks up. Tesla bot.
Tesla bot. Oh man, that's...
Now I'm half tempted to jump in a Corvette right now. I am half tempted.
Trump bot activate.
Giggity.
Dude, I'm...
Your feelings, man. Your feelings. You know what you should ask everybody who doesn't want mass deportation? If you like brown people so much, why don't you live in Mexico? Well, these people keep saying it's about brown people. They say, well, if you like brown people so much, why do you live in white neighborhoods? Why don't you go live in Mexico?
Lord. Dude, a big old Tesla truck. That was awesome. I can't wait to see somebody like start building like Teslas and stuff.
Doge, case closed.
That's awesome. I love AI.
Fuck you, Barney. Fuck you. I said
funny.
talk.
That's too funny.
6 gun salute.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. I'm sharing it.
Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, do love we do love the immigrants and everything. We love meeting people from
Yeah,
different
as long as they come in
countries.
the right way.
Yeah, just
Hey,
come
all
in
I want for
legally.
Christmas-
We would love to hang out with you. We would love to.
Yeah, all I want for Christmas
Hey,
is
look,
mass
I'm not
deportation.
against Mexicans when they stay in Mexico. When you cross the border, you're
Well,
illegal.
David, the only thing we have to do is fly a Black Hawk helicopter and pick
And
you up.
do you know who complains about illegal immigrants more than America? Mexicans. They deport them to America though.
Hey, breaking news! Trump moves inauguration to McDonald's.
I could see that actually. I could see that.
Hey,
actually happening.
The Trump inauguration in a sentence. A former fry cook is now president.
Dang! Hey, a large amount of U.S. Border Patrol vehicles in transit spotted to McKinney, Texas. Mass deportation coming soon to a city near you.
Bye.
Uh-oh. Dang. And the Border Patrol is running deep. Uh-oh.
Defund sanctuary cities.
Magnificent 7 coming January 20th. Okay.
Dorothy, no longer explorer. Hey, did you see that one about what happened to Dora? And they show that clip from Family Guy.
No.
The maid from Family Guy is actually the profile of Dora the Explorer. Have you put an age filter on her?
Let's get this party started.
Whatever happened to Dora Explorer? They show the one to I clean now.
Oh yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Tom McDonald made a song called Daddy's Home featuring Roseanne. Wow. Chalk that up for things I didn't need in 2025. Some of his stuff's all right. I mean, he's not terrible. I'm saying it like kind of a jokingly, but I mean, some of his stuff's all right. I don't know enough about him to make a formed opinion. He seems pretty based and pretty cool. So, I mean, I would hang out with him if, for an afternoon or whatever. But it's funny as crap that he got Roseanne on a music video, like in a Lambo. Here, I'm going to put it in our group chat.
Wow, I saw that video actually. I saw that video and Roseanne was vibing.
Oh my gosh, dude, she raps, bro. Hold up.
With the jam. Trying to take away my right to go and save this. Well, listen up, because this run is going.
Hey, Whoopi Goldberg, this is a rap right here. And guess what? She's wearing the dreads better than you. Move aside, Grandma.
Dang.
Whoopi Goldberg is an expert on climate change. You know why? She passes a lot of hot air. That hot air that over LA? That's Whoopi Goldberg's fart.
My child.
Oh my God! Elizabeth Warren has accused the Democrat donor Sam Altman of seeking favors after he gave $1 million to the Trump inauguration. Well, what about the $1 million he gave to you? Was that just didn't he seek?
What millions? I don't know what you're talking about, David. Oh, you mean this bag of millions right here? No, this is
doesn't exist.
No, it does not exist. Pay no attention to the man holding the bag of money.
Everybody is super excited. Merrick Garland is leaving the DOJ.
Guess his daughter's book scam will be shut down then. He's been protecting his daughter's boyfriend from charges over peddling.
DEI. DEI. DEI.
You know what another Trump victory is? A lot of universities shutting down DEI programs.
Yes.
It's hilarious. What a bunch
We
of
are
losers.
actually healing finally from all this mess.
The thing is, Trump's not in office, and people are already anticipating what he's going to do, and doing it.
Now all we need to do is when we go for our taxes and everything, when we file those, hopefully we'll see better results this time.
So, what do you think if Elon buys TikTok and moves the servers to Texas?
That'd be hilarious.
That would be very hilarious, actually. I mean, look at he kicked out all the people.
Well,
actually, you know what? You know what? When he took over Twitter, all those people who were just there to be just there left.
Yep.
He didn't fire them.
Yeah.
They themselves left.
They fired themselves.
Yeah.
Yes. So they cannot claim that he fired him, though. They cannot claim it.
Who?
Because if
All
you,
they
if
do,
you self
they said they didn't say fired, they said ousted.
Yeah. Hey, J Red Saw 87 made a comment. Roseanne's really smart. Great stand up. Sweet. I don't know that I've ever listened to her stand up, but I know that she's pretty based.
I know she has a show.
I felt bad when she got canned from that, because the revival was exciting. I'm like, oh cool, we get to actually catch up with them and see what's going on all these years later. However, John Goodman, I loved him in the original airing and everything, but you could tell, like you could just tell.
Yeah. Hey, check us out. Donald Trump arriving at the White House.
Dun, 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 dun. Little pig, let me in.
Little pig, let me in.
Negan was awesome. Actually, I enjoy his scenes.
I
enjoyed his character. Actually, at first you hate him for what he did to the other characters, but when it's just him, you're like, why? Okay, I like this guy.
Did you read the comics?
No, I haven't actually.
If you read the comics, you sort of understand why he did those things.
The comics are so much better than the show.
Oh,
there's so much context missing from the show.
Yeah.
See, Negan was trying to hold society together. He had come to power, and he basically saw the only way.
Honestly, he was the Rick of that group. I mean, like, he literally was doing everything he could to keep them together. His morals and methods were not that far-fetched. I mean, realistically, he was. I mean, okay, he was a little horned up trying to get sleep with everybody's wife.
If you had an armed group coming into your neighborhood, you're gonna show them who's boss.
Yeah, and he did make a point to say. He did make a point to say, "Listen, like, we tried it other people's ways, and they all died. So we're just gonna do it my way."
Yeah, he wasn't. That's how he became the boss. The people ahead were so incompetent they got themselves killed.
Yep. A buddy of mine is going to be at the inauguration on Monday.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty dope. He's with the National Guard. So I was like, dude.
Well, there's a National Guard deployment every inauguration, but now it's become a big deal because of the expected riots.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's going to be really cool.
And I think they are trying to limit the inaugurations just so Trump doesn't get the biggest crowd ever, because Obama deserves it. He deserves it, I tell you. Even though they keep lying all the time. Obama had only 100 and something thousand. Okay. And that's just mostly government workers turning out of their office because they were told to.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are looking back over past events and going, wow, that's right. Trump did show up at the Teamsters. Why didn't Biden? Biden stubbed the Teamsters. You go back over the last 4 years, you'll actually see a lot of small stories that people missed and go, wow, Trump was at a lot of places, meeting a lot of people over the last 4 years. You can see that he put things together to fall into place so that 20 million wouldn't suddenly appear on voting day. But I don't know what Dinesh is working on. But he's obviously he obviously went into this election trying to plan a documentary on both sides. So if Biden won, he would show the steal. If Trump won, they'd show the efforts to stop the steal, I guess. Or how you can make a difference, and it does work, you know? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Dinesh is going to come out with another documentary? Or he's just going to cover the inauguration and document that?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Unless he's feeling suicidal and wants to expose Hillary.
Yeah, maybe.
But one thing I do know, there's going to be a lot of heat in Washington and a lot of electricity use as shredders work overtime.
Yep. And the good thing is Trump doesn't have to worry about Nancy Pelosi anymore. He doesn't have to worry about that or Mitchie boy McConnell.
Mitch the bitch. Still got Lindsey Graham, Mitch's puppet.
Lindsey finally came out of the closet. Okay, he came out of the closet then. Okay, I see.
Did he come out of the closet when he finally admitted he was a Democrat?
I need to send it. I need to send him a pride card.
Right. Yeah. Select your yeah.
On the card, I'd be like,
hey, here's what it contains. Okay, it's a pride card. Inside is your gender reveal form, and of course, your application to the LGBTQ plus club.
Hey,
how hard that is to get.
Somebody posted on Facebook, this could be the first Friday that we all look forward to Monday.
Really? Yes.
Yeah.
What weird people.
There's going to be a lot of companies that say this. Well, it's Monday. Where is everybody?
Why is my monitor going crazy? What's the deal, yo?
I don't know.
My monitor's literally glitching out. This could be a really serious problem.
Biden's trying to claim responsibility for the hostage negotiation in Gaza.
I just noticed this thing went like completely black a second ago, and I was like, wait a minute, this is a brand new monitor. Anyway, all
I
right.
hate when that happens.
Yeah, dude, this might have to be going back to the store.
Yeah.
President Trump will name Sean Curran, who heads his personal detail, to be Secret Service director. Sean is a great patriot and will stop all the insanity once and for all. There's not a better person in this position. That was from Donald Trump Jr. 11 hours ago.
Crypto was expected to soar this year, and apparently the IRS, for the first time, will actually be you'll have to actually report your crypto profits to the IRS.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, well, remember, Trump said hands off he won't do anything about the crypto bros, yet Senate has pushed through.
Yeah, but he's not going. I mean, that's not going to happen. And I don't know. I don't think anybody's too worried about it. Let's see.
FBI shut its DEI office.
Yay. Yay. Well, I don't really have too much. President Trump's reply letter to Speaker Pelosi. With all due respect, take a long walk off a short pier. Oh, sincerely, Donald Trump. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what he said. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, succinct and to the point.
Yeah. Man, I'm kind of out of ideas and out of steam, to be honest with you. I'm a little tired. I've been sick all week. I worked. I was out sick on Tuesday, and then like I went to work and just worked through it on Wednesday and Thursday, and I felt good today, but I'm still pretty tired from it. So I'm kind of thinking about taking off right now, and just kind of. We just calling it. I think we've kind of done a lot. We've talked about pretty much everything that I knew to talk about this week. And the rest we can cover on Coffee and Gaming if there's anything else you want to talk about.
No, nothing really. It's a lot of the stories right now are more of the same.
Yeah. I mean, everything is hurry up and wait till January 20th.
Or every second story is a different one, a different take on the California fires. You got not to harp on about Ukraine, but all eyes on UK because Keir Starmer's trying to make a big song and dance act right now ahead of the Trump inauguration.
Yeah, and also everybody, did you know California's on fire?
Yeah,
I just didn't know if you guys knew that.
It's not just residential areas down in LA. It's hitting industrial sites.
Yeah,
there's been arrests of illegals for setting fires. There's just the problem is now they're oversaturating the news with different stories all the time.
49 other states say
don't care.
49 other states say, "Where's that chainsaw? Let's cut it off and let it sink."
And definitely North Carolina saying,
"Don't care."
No, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure they're saying it as
because North Carolina's still dealing with the flood, like the hurricane.
Yeah, I know.
Remember Hurricane Helena or whatever wiped out towns. I mean, wiped places off the map, and yet people are complaining that they're $1 million mansions.
The funding that they need because the money's now being sent to other places.
Yeah. When North Carolina hears that California's on fire, they say,
"This is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls."
Well, kind of true. The fact that the fact of it is, the media are burying North Carolina, and I think a lot of other states should sit back and watch and say, well, if they're going to do it to them, they're going to do it to us.
When they see the death toll from North Carolina, it's going to be astronomical, and I'm pretty sure Trump has not forgot about that because that was a lot of.
I would hope that he includes a shout out to North Carolina in his opening speech.
Laser spaces. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 for Coffee and Gaming. I'm exhausted, so I'm just gonna go to bed. Right. And I know David's got a whole bunch of other stuff he wants to talk about. If you
actually it was tech news, which I was looking at some tech news.
Yeah, put a pin in that, man. I promise we'll save it for Coffee and Gaming. I'm wore out.
Yeah.
I'm tired. So
no worries.
By the way, Seth, funny thing. I'm only literally 3 views away from 3K. Like it's
Wow.
it's sitting at 2,997 public watch hours.
For
out of
what?
th-
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh.
YouTube.
Nice. Public watch hours. Heck yeah, man. Here you go. Good job, dude. I keep saying one of these days I'm gonna get to making videos, but I keep having writer's block. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Check out all the other channels down below. They're listed in the description. You guys have a great day. Take care. And we'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. for Coffee and Gaming, right here at this location on YouTube, Rumble, and X. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. Fuck you, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.
I love you. You gotta do better than that. I love you.